Okay, we have 4 cards. As I shuffled, all 4 came out in a clump. So this is kind of like another layer that I don't know if others would necessarily entertain, but I believe that when they come out like that, that this is not like when things come out in a clump. A way to interpret that would be like a group of people, and you are going to be standing or going this way from a group of people. So whether this is your family dynamic, whether this is a social friendship circle dynamic, or this is a work business dynamic, as I said, all 4 of these cards came out in a group. So there's something here about you are moving away from a group belief, a group attitude, a group mindset, kind of like the black sheep, okay? So we'll unpack this. That's kind of what this is feeling like. Let's jump in. So right here we have the Chariot. This is fast forward movement, like going toward the green light, like all steam ahead. This is Cancer energy. So this could be tied to emotions, how you are emotionally moving forward with something. The Star, this is a nurturing, a very healing. This is like choose yourself kind of energy. This is in reverse. So that means when it's in reverse, it means we are resisting choosing ourselves. We are resisting doing a thing for ourselves. Or you've let go, right? I have to like honor these different themes as they come in. Or you've let go of rushing. You are stepping back and pulling back from the hustle. Okay, do you guys see that? Reverse, stepping back, slowing down, choosing yourself. See how she's like facing away? This card is like running toward the healing. You're running toward healing. You're running toward choosing yourself. And sometimes when we choose self, that requires us to be adamant. We have to stand strong. We have to stand in a very stern kind of energy. In reverse, the 7 of Wands is not only my fire people, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but the Wands is the suit of becoming. So you are transitioning. You are becoming, maybe you're becoming a healer. This is a healing, nurturing card. Maybe you're becoming a healer. This is journeying. Maybe you are traveling. Maybe you are traveling. Maybe you're going on a retreat and you're going to be learning something about slowing down and choosing yourself. That's one theme. Never quite ever said that before, but hey, right? No time like the present. 7 of Wands in reverse is talking about you could be describing somebody. If I'm not speaking to you, there's something here about feeling overly defensive. So do you see how the artwork here, she's got her battle stick drawn and the hawk again is perspective. So it's like, again, we need to honor a couple of different ways how to interpret this energy. You could be feeling overly defensive. Maybe somebody is coming to you, bringing news to you. Maybe someone's traveling to you. Maybe you're traveling to somebody else and there's a conversation and it's a confrontation kind of conversation, you know, about taking care of yourself. And you might be feeling a little defensive about that. Someone might be like, listen, you need to stop smoking. And you're like, right? Hey, you need to stop drinking soda, or hey, you need to, back off the alcohol, or stop eating the Twinkies, or going to McDonald's, or whatever it is, I feel like for somebody here, there's a conversation and you might be feeling a little defensive, overly offensive. You might be feeling like you're under attack. So just looking at this is like, you need to see it from a different perspective. That's why the crow's here. The crow is inviting you to kind of see this message as an opportunity for you to move forward. Yes, there's forward movement, but it's this message is about health. This message is about taking care of yourself, okay? So again, that could be in social circles. What would that look like? Well, maybe there's somebody around you who's a little toxic or negative or pulls you down or has a tendency of like influencing you and derailing you from when, you're focused or you're trying to do something, and you need to put boundaries in place. Maybe that applies to a family member. Maybe that applies to a coworker, right? So that's another dynamic. It's like you're trying to do something nurturing, but there's resistance here. It's like stuck energy because there's external influences that are influencing you. And they're like, no, man, you need to stand your ground. You need to say, hey, I would love to go out for dinner and drinks every weekend, but it's not really in alignment with my goal. Okay, something as simple as that. So you get packing and you choose a different decision. This is like the choice card too is about balance. And again, more wands. This is a transformational message. You are in transition. We're literally in the fall season. Fall is going away from summer and transitioning into fall, right? We're transitioning into fall. which also means the hibernation. We're starting to hibernate, right? When things start to die because of the season, it gets colder, so things start to die and they shift from, like the full-on peak of potency, think of your season. Summer is like full blossom, and then you transition, things start to die, and then you go into hibernation, which is winter, right? It's a cycle. So the cycle right now, the cycle you're moving into is possibly one that is asking you to find a system, find a routine of better balance where your health is a priority. Okay, so we're going to say that. We're going to leave it at that. My notes go into the seven of wands. The reverse is like destroyed confidence, leaving, doubting yourself. So there's something here about maybe you're putting that down, because again, the other representation of this energy is that you're putting it down. You're no longer believing in that belief system, right? You're putting down this lack mentality. You're putting down this self-doubt mentality. See, you're walking away from it. You're walking away from it. And that in itself is a nurturing self-care kind of energy. So the message here for somebody is stand strong. You need to fight for what you believe in. And if you fighting for what you believe in has a repelling kind of energy and people drop off, let them. If people drop off and you go in a different direction because you are standing your ground about something that you believe in or something you know you need to do because it is in your best interest, then let them. Let them. All right? Seven of Wands, we're done with that card. Two of Wands. Two of Wands is asking. You've been asking for something. Asking. Manifestation card, you have different choices. Again, we already said travel in the very beginning when I started shooting. So maybe somebody here is traveling. Someone could be traveling to you. When I had my implants out, I had to travel. That was definitely a health decision. I needed to get them out. I had to stand my ground, as far as my decision to commit to doing it, right? Two of Wands, travel plans, different branching paths, looking at all of your options, laying the foundation, achievement, bigger ambitions. So there's something here for you about choosing a different path. Choosing a different path. I'll need to go up to 17. I'm looking for the star in reverse, unfulfilled dreams, unfulfilled wishes, disappointment. There's an imbalance here. There's some kind of an imbalance, which I think is interesting because this card is saying you've been asking for a better rhythm, a better process. You've been asking. Once again, another card saying you need to believe in yourself. This card is also saying you need to believe in yourself. You need to have courage and say, we literally just talked about this on my healing channel. Believe in your inner voice. Believe in your inner truth. You need to tune into that. Trust that. Try to believe in yourself in difficult times in order to move forward. Moving forward. Trying to believe in yourself, that you're making the right decision. You're making the right decision. If you're here asking yourself, did you make the right decision? Yes, you made the right decision. Don't let somebody else mute or stall your healing because you are allowing them to persuade you or influence you. That needed to be said. Someone needed to heard that. Someone needed to hear that. Excuse me. Proper context. Tense. You are coming home to yourself. So again, the last little bit in reverse, we're talking about the star. You are coming home to yourself. Self-care. Be true to yourself. Integrity and honesty. That's it. That's the reading. Seven is the Chariot. That's just, again, about moving forward very fast. Progress, emotional. You are making progress. You're trying to make progress, and this is emotional. This is emotional. Just looking at my notes, it talks about moving up the ladder, promotion, agreeing to disagree, teamwork. So remember in the beginning, I gave you guys a couple different scenarios. If this is like social circle, family circle, or dynamic work circle. If this is a work dynamic and you're trying to move forward or upward, onward, you're trying to crawl the ladder, climb the ladder, whatever, crawl the ladder, please hold. Okay. There's something here about a promotion, agreeing to disagree. This is the energy of that. You can agree to disagree on some kind of policy, procedure, implementation of something. But if you're going to move forward, part of you attaining this point of leverage is you have to, I don't want to say sell yourself, but you have to honor yourself. You have to honor your worth. What does that mean? Let me see if I can give you guys a quick thing without losing you. Let's say I want to be a manager. And someone's like, well, you don't have the skills, you don't have banking, or you don't have, cash, whatever. You don't have experience. Okay, well then you have to stand your ground and go, okay, well then let's put a plan in place. Start showing me incrementally how long it's going to take to achieve these things so that you can have a plan, right? So you can have some kind of structure so that you can get to that goal. That would be you standing your ground going, okay, great, I understand what you're saying, but now let's put a plan in place so that you understand that you're taking incremental steps, sequential steps to ensure that you can keep moving forward. Same thing goes with your health. Let's say you notice a decline in your health, you're not feeling well. Well, you go to wherever however you practice medicine, you want to have a plan, whether you have to change your diet, having some kind of restriction, or you want to bring additional nutrition on board through supplements, powders, proteins, whatever, drinks, whatever that looks like. You have to have a plan in order to move forward, right? And this is about standing your ground, knowing what you know. You have to journey through this. You can't bypass this message. You can't bypass the life lesson here. You can't bypass it. You're going to be journeying through it. And as I said already, some of you might be traveling because of this health issue. Some of you might be traveling, and it could be quick. It could be like quick news, and there might be some kind of facilitated excitement around this health issue. And you're going to have to travel, and there might be, as I said, differences of opinion, and you're going to have to stand your ground. Okay? That is tonight's message. Let me look at the bottom of the deck. This card has been following us around. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups. So I would say, if you can do this, if you can step into warrior, battle, that foundational energy of you are so anchored, you are grounded, right? Grounding is your anchor. Total joy, total abundance, and total fulfillment. That feels good. 10 of Cups. Let's go down to Cups, and then you guys are out of here. 5 of Cups, 6 of Cups, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 of Cups. Reflects you are full, sustained. This is a feel good. This reflects happiness, joyfulness, particularly in relationships and family, as I already kind of hinted at. This could be social dynamic or family dynamic or even work dynamic. Okay? So total happiness. If we can make these decisions, if we can choose the path that might be less traveled or least traveled, if you can handle the resistance, handle the difference of opinion, if you can handle that contrast and really just, you're going forward, the outcome, the answer, the takeaway, total joy, fulfillment, and happiness. We love that. All right, I'm going to end on that. I'll see you guys tomorrow, next reading. Be well. Hopefully this message resonated. If it didn't resonate, if it wasn't for you, that's okay. Not every reading is always going to land. So if this didn't land, let's check out tomorrow. Let's see what comes through for the collective. Other than that, thank you all so much for being here. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.